What's up, guys? Welcome to the GSL Code S. It is another day, another exciting day. We have 4 fantastic players who we're going to be interviewing, seeing what their thoughts are before we enter into this match, our matches.
과연 저그의 반격이 나오게 될지 기대를 해주시고요.
So today's group app.
나서는 선수분들 한 명씩 소개해드리겠습니다.
Gertie says she's hoping to see some more Zerg players advance to the round of 16.
진출하면서 이번 시즌 시드를 받고
Our finalist from the last season, who was then seeded into the round of 32, is ByuL. Hello, ByuL. Hello.
오랜만에 뵀는데 잘 지내셨어요?
네, 자신
How have you been?
그냥 시드를 처음 받고 올라왔는데
네.
I'm good and I'm confident for today's matches.
코드에 안 거치고 올라오니까
And it's my
굉장히
first time being
편하시죠?
seeded into Code S, so I'm also very happy about that.
자, 이번에는 준우승자로서 직접 자신의 상대도 선택하셨는데 김성환 선수예요. 혹시 선발
So you're able to pick your
어떤
opponent this time
것인지
around.
기준에
You selected
대해서
sleep.
듣고 싶네요.
명단을
What made you select
봤는데
sleep?
네.
다 친한 선수 아니면은
Well, I looked at the list of
되게 잘하는
players.
선수밖에 없더라고요.
네.
And they were all very strong.
거기서 그나마
And I had some friends in that list,
속했죠.
so I had to pick
네.
sleep.
이렇게 선발 기준에 대해서 들어봤는데 나머지 분들도 한 분씩 소개해드리도록 하겠습니다. 먼저 드디어 2년 만에 코데스
And now let's
진출에
introduce our other 3
성공한
players.
김성환 선수, 안녕하세요.
Hello,
네,
Sleep.
반갑습니다.
Hello.
자, 그리고 역시 오랜만에 진출한 선수인데요. 삼성
And over
갤럭시
here,
백동준
who was
선수입니다.
finally back in Code S, is here. Hello.
네.
Hello.
자, 그리고 이번에도 또 많은 분들의 응원을 받고 계시죠. 데뷔 정명우 선수입니다. 안녕하세요.
And a player who has a lot of
자,
fans
이렇게
fantasy.
F조
Hello. He says
선수분들
hello.
모두 소개를 해드렸습니다. 먼저 첫 경기를 치를 이 김성환 선수.
So let's talk to Sleep first.
드디어 올라오셨네요. 네, 소감 어떠세요?
Sleep, you finally made it into Code S. How do you
2년
feel?
만에 올라온 만큼
네.
Well, it's been 2 years since I played in Code S, so I've really spent a lot of time preparing hard for
네,
today's
오래
match.
기다렸습니다.
And I really want to do well
오늘
tonight.
멋진 경기 기대하고 있는데 오늘 상대가 자신을 선택했단 말이죠. 어떠세요?
So you're playing against ByuL, who selected you as his opponent.
저번 코드 S 올라왔을 때도
네.
처음에 바로 뽑혔는데 이번에 2번째로 뽑혀서
네.
이번에 처음에 뽑힐 줄 알았는데 이번이가
When I advanced to Code S last time, I was the first player to be picked.
생각은 하고 있었어요.
생각을
This
하고
time I'm the
있었다
second player to be picked.
말씀해주셨는데 자, 백동준 선수.
So I kind of expected this to
네,
happen.
이번 시즌 마지막 개인리그예요.
네,
네, 소감 어떠세요?
네 마지막이라서
dear, this is the
좀
last season of GSL this year. How
긴장되기도
do you feel?
한데
네.
그래도 마지막인 만큼 더 열심히
Honestly, I
해야
feel a
될것
little bit anxious
그래요?
because it is the last
오늘 될까요?
season.
네.
And obviously, I want to perform really well
해주실
because
수
it's the last season.
네, 최근 프로토스들 때문에 좀 속상하셨을 것 같은데 오늘 조에는 토스가 없어요. 오늘
You've
조에
been having
대해서
a
어떻게
hard time playing
생각하세요?
against Protoss players, but
제가
thankfully for you, there's no Protoss players in
전에서
your
많이
group. Tell us about
져가지고
that.
네, 다른 종족전은 그래도
Yes, I lost a
어느 정도
lot of
자신감이
PvPs
있기
as of
때문에
late.
네.
오늘 그래도
But
네,
I'm very confident
자신감
against any of
있는
the Rays,
경기
Terran
보여드릴
Zerg.
수 있을 것 같아요.
So,
네, 또
frankly, I like this group a
괜히
lot.
또 백동준 선수가 생각이 나니까 오늘 제가 오늘 백동준 선수의 경기력을 기대하고 있는데 잠시 후에 확인을 해보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 그리고 정명우 선수.
Well, let's see how you do tonight, dear.
네,
Over here to
오자마자 오늘
fantasy.
사람들이 다 유니폼 얘기만 하고 자, 오랜만에 뵙는데 어떠세요, 소감?
A lot of people have been talking about your new uniform. Tell us about it.
오랜만에 경기하는 것 같은데
네.
이번에 꼭 이겨서 신속한 가고
It's been a long time since I played in the GSL.
마음에
I
드세요?
really want to advance this time around.
좀두 명이 잘하는 것 같아서
두 명이.
I think 2 players in my group are very strong.
네, 두 명이라고
So, it's gonna be a tough group for
말씀하시니까 참 궁금해지는데 그 부분과 관련해서 이거 아시죠? 악마의 500원이에요. 제가 경기 전에
Do you remember this
500원을
coin?
주었는데 저희가
This is the
농담으로
500
이
won coin.
500원을 가진 사람의 이제 운이 모두 바로 다 하는 걸로 악마의 500원이 됐습니다. 이거를 만약에 선물을 하게 된다면 어떤 분에게 드릴지 정명 선수에게 선택의 기회를 드릴게요.
The player who takes his 500 won is going to be eliminated tonight. Oh! She gives it to fantasy. It's a bad luck coin. We're causing curses
이
and omens
악마의
here.
500원 누구에게
Gary
선물로 하고 싶으신지 직접 전달해 주시면 되겠습니다.
Hey, he made 500
Okay.
won more than other players in our team.
네.
He has the option to
오늘
pass the
바로
coin. He hands it to
이현진
Deer.
선수가 바로 집에 가셨으면 하는 바람이신가 봐요. 백동준 선수는 어떤 분에게 주고 싶으세요?
네, 저도
She says, who do you want to give the coin to? Oh, it's going back to fantasy.
네, 주고받고 해서 결국
this is
정명
how it
선수에게
goes.
오고
Okay, everyone
말았네요.
gets to
어떠세요?
pass it
정명
around
선수
a
좀
little
당황하셨을 것 같은데 다시 한번 또 그래도 주고자 한다면 그래도 백동준 선수? 김성환
And now
선수
Fantasy's gonna have to sleep.
김성환 선수는 오늘 어떤 분께 주고
I would sleep,
싶으세요?
I'd keep that. I'd be like, yeah, I'm pretty screwed in this group.
백동준 선수. 오늘 한정우
And he gives it
선수는
back
인기가
to Deer.
없네요. 한정우 선수께는 주고 싶은 마음 없으세요?
Because why is nobody giving the coin to ByuL?
그냥
네.
그냥
well,
무난하게
ByuL's the best
1등
player in my group.
오.
And he's going to advance
거라 좀
easily.
예상하고 있어가지고
네. 기분 어떠세요? 1등을 예상하고 계신데.
처음에 저한테 올 줄 알았는데
네.
안 오니까 되게 기분 좋네요.
네, 이거를 백동준
ByuL
선수
says, I thought everybody was gonna give me the coin.
나쁘니까 일단 제가 가지고 가겠습니다.
Gary's taking the coin back.
500원을 주고
But does the
저희가
curse remain?
선수들의 심리를 좀
That
확인을
is the
해봤는데
question.
Gary gets fired before the round of 16. Like, oh my god, that coin was real.
각오를 들어보도록 하겠습니다. 가장 먼저
Any final comments?
이번에는 우승하셔야죠.
이번에는 꼭 우승할 거고 그리고
네.
내일도 경기가 있는데 오늘
Guys, I want to be the champion this time. I've got to play another match. It's important tomorrow as well.
편하게 좋은 경기 보여드릴게요.
So I got to perform well tonight so I can
자,
carry that
그리고
momentum to
2년
tomorrow's
만에
matches.
돌아와서 저저전으로 경기를 시작할 김성환 선수도 각오를 말씀해 주시죠.
And Sleep, what do you have to say before we start?
오늘 지더라도 3위,
Even if I
4위는 안
lose tonight.
하자는 생각으로 와서
네.
I still want to get third place. I don't want to be last in my group.
같이 데려가려고.
가실 생각하시면 안 돼요. 16강 올라가셔야죠.
16강 올라가면 좋은데
네.
일단 선수들
Anyways, I'm going to be happy if I advance the round of 16.
너무 잘하고 해서
But with a group like this, it's going to be difficult.
만약에 지면은 3위로
한 명 잡고 쉽게 지진 않겠다.
Even if I lose, I still want to
네,
get third
이
place,
말씀이신 것 같은데.
at least.
자, 백동준 선수
On
역시
to Deer,
각오를
your
들어보도록
final thoughts
하겠습니다.
before we start our games today.
최근에 정말 많이 져가지고 좀 실망하신 분들도 많을
So I've been
것
losing a lot of
같은데
matches recently, and I know a lot of my fans have been disappointed in me.
내려놓고 편하게 임할 거니까.
But you know what? I don't feel any pressure tonight. I'm going to try to play comfortably inside the booth.
네,
So please look forward to my
결과가 어떻게
matches
될지
tonight.
기대를 해보고요. 마지막으로 정명훈
And now we're to
선수.
Fantasy. Fantasy, anything you want to say before we get this going?
사실 오늘 준비를 많이 못해서 좀 걱정이 많이 되는데
네.
마음 편하게 할 수 있었으면
I don't feel like I
좋겠고요.
could prepare as well tonight, so I'm a little bit nervous
운이
about
많이
tonight's matches.
따라줬으면 좋을 것 같아요.
요즘 해외 대회 때문에
And I hope luck is on my side tonight.
그런 것보다 연습 상대가 많이 없었어요. 그래서 좀 힘들었는데
I didn't really have any
제
players to
경기력만
practice
나왔으면
with.
좋겠어요 오늘.
알겠습니다.
And I
자,
had a hard time
이렇게
preparing for
F조
tonight's match.
선수들의 이야기를 모두 들어봤는데요. 저는 첫 번째 진출자와 함께
Guys, that does it for
돌아오겠습니다.
interview. The cursed coin from Gary. I heard legend has it that was the coin Artosis was going to buy his chocolate milk with this morning.
I tell you what, if I was on that couch and someone gave me that coin, I'd be like, thanks, you guys are dumb. And then I'd go to the vending machine and buy a HOT6. I'd shotgun the HOT6, and then I'd win with all that energy from that energy drink.
I've never seen us do the coin. I don't know if this is a thing in Korea. The passing.
It must be.
It must be. Or we wouldn't be doing it.
Look, here's the thing. If it's not a thing in Korea, then Gary just made up something really weird.
That she just did something really crazy.
Yeah.
And, I'm not sure about that. So she has the coin. Who left with the curse, was it?
It ended
was
at
Deer,
Deer, but Gary kind of took it back from him. So maybe some
How do we
Protoss
break the curse?
favoritism.
I don't actually know.
Not really sure. Who do you think's going to get out of this group?
Not Sleep.
Yeah, not Sleep.
Not Sleep, probably.
Probably not Deer because he had the
ByuL.
coin.
Yeah, not Deer because he got the coin. I'd say Fantasy and ByuL.
It's a perfect guess, and
Think
I
it's a
think
good
that
guess.
basically we don't even need to cast or watch tonight.
I'm going home, guys.
Between the coin and Sleep's lack of confidence, I think that we basically know what's going to happen.
It should be a good day today. We're going to start today off with ByuL against Sleep. I think pretty much all of us would agree that ByuL should win this, but we do have some players who get very deep, even to the finals of a GSL, even winning a GSL, and then are knocked out in the round of 32 by what we would normally regard as an inferior opponent. So, I mean, expect anything still.
Yeah, it's definitely could go either way. But, yeah, Sleep is definitely a huge underdog in this group. The other three names, all titans of StarCraft II. But Sleep, well, let's see how he does. He says he's been practicing hard. He really wants to do his best. You know what? If he just keeps like a humble mindset, tries to play his best game here, you never know. ZvZ can be a bit volatile at times.
Absolutely, it can be.
But, I mean, obviously ByuL is just a ridiculous Zerg at the moment and has been for quite some time. So Really leaning towards him, taking this one down, too.
And let's not forget, we haven't really highlighted this, but Deer did win a GSL Code S. I mean, he's already won the hardest tournament in the world. We really shouldn't count him out. It's just that fantasy's so good. Maybe I have a little bit of a bias here. I do love his play from Brood War, so it's cool to see him here now.
Definitely one of the best Brood War guys ever, and been playing better and better in StarCraft II, truly. So I'm kind of excited to see how he does, because I think TVP is always going to be the matchup he has the hardest time with, really. Like, he's a little bit cheesable, kind of. Sure. From like very decisive play from Protoss players, I feel, but I think his TVZ going to be really spot on. You know, Mech right now very strong in that matchup, and well, you know, TVT he doesn't have to play it tonight, but yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about his chances here.
Look at the energy bars. Look at their energy bars. This is way better than last time when nobody had enough sleep. I guess we definitely have enough sleep this time with one player using the ID.
Wow. Had a good night's sleep, but my group is difficult. I see what they did there. Sleep's like, I have a fantasy of making you out of this group.
All right, we are close to getting this started. Again, it will be a Zerg versus Zerg to kick things off. ByuL the favorite against Sleep, but like we've said before, you know, no one's on top forever.
All kings must
All
die,
kings
I think
must
is what
die,
you meant to say.
is what the Artosis the Sage has said.
That's right.
Here is a shot of ByuL. Now this guy very emotional, teared up when he lost in the GSL Code S finals. I nearly teared up.
Yeah.
When we were just doing the translation section, the interview post the matches. Very emotional GSL Code S finals, if not the most emotional that we've had. And he's here again. He's in the round of 32. He wants blood, Artosis.
He does indeed. He wants to make it far once again. This guy wants a championship. You know, he's had great results as of late. You know, getting to the finals of a GSL Code S is fantastic.
Yeah.
Can he make it deep again here right now? Zergs are having a little bit of a hard time at the moment. Not many Zergs made it through.
We need ByuL to get through. Everybody channel your energies. We're going to do a spirit bomb here.
He never even touched that Obeg one, so...
That's true. But how do we know that ByuL did not wish his victory on a cursed monkey's paw?
Ooh.
That's true.
Well, I think that ByuL hopefully wouldn't do that. Like, the thing is, if he wishes his victory at all on a monkey's paw, I'm like, well, you know...
It has to be a cursed monkey's paw, okay? Because you can't just cut a monkey's hand off and make a wish. Let's be realistic.
No, if you're going to cut off any primate's hand, it better be a gorilla's, and it better be to make an ashtray.
Oh, that would make a good ashtray, actually. So here we have Sleep. He is the underdog of the entire GSL Code S. Let's see if he can get out today. Our map lineup: Expedition Lost, Coda, and Terraform.
All right, well, it is ZvZ, so the maps, I mean, obviously they do matter, but it has more to do with your playstyle than anything else, what you want to be looking for here.
Well, we see the vetoes here. ByuL taking out Bonnie Research Station and Iron Fortress, and I don't know what Sleep took out because it went off.
Took out Echo and
thank you,
Cactus Valley.
Graphic changed faster than I thought.
That's right.
Anyways, it is a best of 3. The winner goes on to the winner's match, the loser to the loser's match. So nobody's going to be knocked out just yet, but we will start to set the pace here as we begin game number 1 here. ByuL against Sleep, a ZvZ on Expedition Lost here at the GSL Code S.
HOT6 GSL 시즌 3.
In the bottom left in the red, second place in the last GSL Code S.
CJ 엔투스 결.
In the upper right, in the blue, he is
Sleep.
Alrighty. Let's see what these guys want to go for. Production tab. Keep an eye on it. That's ZvZ.
That's ZvZ in a nutshell early on.
Yeah. See if someone deviates. build orders are pretty darn mapped out in the early game, but yeah, I mean, we'll wait just a little bit here. Tasteless, how have you been?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing really good.
Thanks for coming down.
Hot
got the Hot
6.
6. He's got everything he needs.
Indeed. HOT6, a great sponsor and a great energy drink, in fact.
So let's talk about sleep. You've been sleeping well lately, Artosis?
Yeah, I sleep well. Like, it's not too hard for me to fall asleep and stuff. The thing is, I have to be very diligent about when I go to bed.
Welcome to the studio, brother. Thanks for coming down. Don't I have quite as big of a showing here today? I guess because Flash isn't here like last time.
Yeah, well,
it was completely packed in here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I asked you that question. Go ahead.
Well, I was
sleeping
saying,
well.
Yeah, I mean, I sleep pretty well overall, but I have to be very diligent about when I go to sleep because the baby will just basically always wake me up at 7 no matter what, to the point where even if the baby isn't there or I'm not there, like, I wake up at about 7 because
you're like a farmer.
I'm programmed. I'm a farmer nerd.
Yeah.
I'm a data nerd is what I truly am.
Your dad Tosis.
Yeah. How about you?
I've been sleeping pretty well.
Yeah?
Yeah, been waking up earlier than normal. I tend to sleep late since this is a night show we do, but I've been waking up early, milking the cows, you know, tilling the field.
Well, I know that you have neither cows nor a field, but you do have a living room and you have a cat, so do you milk Fuzzums?
The cat. Yeah, I milk Fuzzums the cat.
A little bit of cat milk in your coffee in the morning. It's kind of gross.
Is it, though? I mean, cows aren't really that much. I think cows are actually probably grosser than cats, right?
Okay.
You can drink goat milk, too, right? Do people do that?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's a thing, right?
You probably drink milk from anything.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know. Why do we drink cow milk, actually? Like, why cows over anything? Is that just because it's convenient? We can also kill them and eat beef?
Well, they're pretty domesticated, right?
Yeah.
And they're pretty giant, so you get a lot of milk out of them.
Yeah, I guess
it's like
it'd be easier than milking a baboon or something.
Milking mice is not really, you know, that's like the effort to put in to get mouse milk.
No, that's
not as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, a little bit of cat milk in your coffee in the morning tastes. I like it. It's good.
A little bit of cinnamon on top of that, you know, and you got a little
bit of a hairball. You know.
So let's see what we got going on here. Zerling Speed still about halfway done. Sleep has not taken an extractor, I believe, just looking at the mini-map. So it's just going for drones, a little bit more dronage early on. And you can see the difference already, 26 drones to 12, now 25. It was 22 a second ago. So already ByuL's starting to catch up here.
Yeah, you see, Sleep is doing a very mineral-heavy type of build here. And that's kind of like an older style. That's something we used to see back in the days. Like, for instance, way back in the days, people like TSL Zergs and whatnot doing a lot of that. But I gotta say, I really do favor the quicker tech, the quicker gases. Like, for instance, yes, we have Sleep with a slight economic advantage as far as minerals go, but he has no map control. Like,
oh man, they actually get up there.
That's a little painful. But he has no map control. You know,
that is true.
ByuL can do anything he wants right now, and if he has like options that he can hide it reasonably well. Wow, that's ridiculous.
Actually got one drone there.
That's pretty painful that Sleep let that happen. But you know, I like ByuL's type of play here, and it looks like he wants to go into possibly a very quick Spire here, and that will really give him some map control against Sleep.
Well, ByuL is a player I think a lot of people have been following StarCraft II for some time, weren't that familiar with until pretty recently, and probably weren't aware of how good he was. Now, the other pro gamers that we have, they were much more aware of how good ByuL was because everybody was talking about it in practice. He's a very good player.
He's been talked about since GSL days, really.
I believe he's one of our players who has a little bit more issues with anxiety. And I think that's why we haven't seen him perform as well on the big stage.
Could be. Well, we do have that third base being taken by Sleep, but ByuL has just made quite a plume of lings. And
halfway done with his Spire there, too.
Yeah, with only Queens out as defense, this is definitely something that ByuL can force a cancel on. So Sleep being a little bit greedy trying to take that. You know, he's the type of build he's chosen makes it hard to be able to do much because, again, he has no map control. He has no way to prevent a move like that.
The way ByuL's playing this, actually, I should really say the way that Sleep has been playing so far, ByuL's going to get to eat his cake and have it. So
I think it's
He'll get
have his cake and eat it.
Actually, it's
too.
eat his cake and have it. Just so you know, that's actually the correct way to say it. Because if you
But
have,
that's not the way
because
that
you can
it's-
actually have your cake and then you can eat it. So if you say eat your cake and have it, that's actually the proper way.
But that's not the way that it was originally. Like, it was
It's
actually
bad.
a misinterpretation of what she meant by it as well.
I'm going. No, I think. I think if you look up the original form, I believe it's.
Well, first
Eat
off,
your
it's
cake
in
and have it.
French, and I don't know what the syntax and the order of the sentences there. Okay, so that's one thing. But I do know what is
Somebody
quoted
look it
in our
up.
language.
The proper way to do it, I believe it is. We got to get to the bottom of this. Someone tweeted us. Ouch! Another cancel. I mean, 3 base Ling Muta, and now, by the way, map Intel all going to ByuL because he's going to clean up all the overlords against currently 2 base. Oh my God! Is he going to get this in time?
No, I
I'm
don't
not
think so, not
entirely.
quite.
No, he won't get it in time. Okay.
But, you know, he has a lot of mutas on the map, and they definitely can ruin his party. We only have 3 queens as anti-air, and of course the spores that are being made, so like he could just force a cancel there, but this is what you have to do when you want to go roaches against a quick muta player. Like, you have to send them out to buy yourself time at home.
Those hold position mutas for a second.
It seemed like it.
Am I wrong in saying I think that actually he won't get the hatch here? He's just
Oh,
going to
he
lose
won't,
literally all of his roaches, and this is about as bad as it can go.
Yeah, he'll lose all his roaches to someone with a better economy.
Look at this. He's actually letting the roaches come up so he can attack. He
Yeah.
wanted to hide his own roaches so he could actually milk as much damage as possible.
ByuL is actually about to have more roaches than him as well. Like, this is... The amount that ByuL is killing Sleep in this game is pretty astounding.
Pretty insane, actually. We're seeing everything go wrong. I mean, this is like, you know, he slipped on a banana peel and, you know, walked under a ladder for bad luck and then sat down on a bench with wet paint.
It's as if he has a 500 won coin in his pocket.
Oh my
God. And
God.
he pulled out to look, he was like, oh no, I have the coin. And then he looks up and ByuL has just fired a missile into him.
I think this might be the beginning of the end of the game here.
Yeah, I think
I think he just goes into the main.
I think 24 roaches beats 5 roaches, especially when they have 8 mutas.
I mean, it's a little bit of fuzzy math here, but yeah, I think you're basically correct.
You know, concave, convex, you know, creep, +1 carapace.
One guy's by the production facilities, yada, 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 but I believe this game is just going to end. Especially if he gets the roaches to where the ramp is. Now, he's not actually... Okay, yeah, he's moving up there. If you get to this ramp here...
Oh, boy.
Goodbye. That is a funnel. And you can
Well,
kill...
now all the queens die for free as well. Well, that's game.
Yep.
That was
one-sided.
There are things that are climactic and anticlimactic, and then there are things that are below that. Like, this was so one-sided the entire time. Sleep really never had a chance there at all. And it's not like ByuL did a weird build or anything tricky. That's a very standard stock type of play from ByuL. And Sleep was completely unprepared to deal with it.
Well, I don't see this going to a game 3 here. That was so one-sided. I mean, it started with ByuL not able to get a hatchery, third base hatchery, I should say, and it ended with, I mean, roaches in the main, and that's got to be a very discouraging game here. I think Sleep's going to be having a very bad day today. Probably going to get knocked out first. I would love to be wrong about that, but that's the way the day is going so far.
But if Sleep doesn't have to be knocked out first, who do you want to see knocked out first then?
I don't want to see any of them knocked out. That's a sad thing.
You just want everyone to be a winner.
Yeah, man. I want there to be more than 16 players in the round of 16. That's what I want.
You want to have these people be people who have eaten cake but still somehow have that cake is what you want.
Yeah.
All right.
You're getting it down, man.
I'm starting to understand your way of thinking
here.
It
does make sense.
I'm like, well, Tasis, you know what? The world's a sad place. People die every day. Round of 16, 16 spots, Tasis, not 32.
That's the nature of competition, my friend. Our map is Coda, and the game is now loading up. Tell your friends, get in here. Everyone, get in here. Right?
Get in here.
Get in here.
Yeah.
We're going to grim patron this. There's at least one nerd that's like, that's not StarCraft, don't make that joke. It's not funny.
HOT6 GSL.
All right, guys, we're going into game number 2. Get ready. In the bottom right, in the red.
CJ 엔투스 별.
I didn't know I could get my voice to go that high with my nerd invitation. I guess it'd be impression, not invitation. In the upper left, in the blue, he is.
I can.
Sleep.
It could be an imitation. I don't see why not.
Yeah, I guess it could be actually, but I guess impression is probably more proper.
Yeah, a little bit, but
Let's make this cast as good as possible. You know, we got to get all the
I like
all the $5 words out there.
We gotta alter the vocabulary a little bit here and there. Can't always be saying the same thing.
That's right.
We gotta, you know, always as an English broadcaster, my main goal is to try to use as diverse an English vocabulary as grubby if possible. I know I'm never
Now,
gonna quite
nobody
reach that.
has a more complex vocabulary than grubby.
Yeah, but I do hope, as a native-born English speaker who does it for a living, to one day have a cast where I say as many different words and use them correctly as Grubby does.
Can you give us an example
I can't
of
even.
grubby? Because I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's
when I watch a stream.
Or even, I mean, I've commentated with him in the past, and he like say something, and I turn to him like, and I almost want to be like, I know that word. I do know that word. That's a great word for this situation. I'm like, guys, I agree with him. That's a great word choice for what's happening here. People are like, Artosis, we've literally, as far as we know, no one who knows you has ever heard you use that word. We can't be sure you knew the word before you said that. I'm like, no, I do. It's not just out of context. I've read it in a book once.
Like Artosis, say the definition, you just run out of the room.
Make your own sentence with it, Artosis. I'm like, like, can you spell it?
You're like, I am very viscosity. I don't know what viscosity means. Like,
I am very viscosity. Those are some
that's not the
viscous zerglings there. They're viscously ripping down that hatchery. Like, oh, man.
All right. Another ZvZ. Hopefully, for Sleep's sake, this goes a little bit better.
It's hard to go worse than what we just saw in that last game.
No.
That was some boppening. He got
that was
there.
Shrekabop. Shrekaboppery. Some Tom Shrekaboppery.
Some Tom Shrekaboppery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some Tom Shrekbobberins.
Yeah. Some Frodo Bobbins, maybe. So we have speed starting again for ByuL, and it's going to be heavy drone play here for Sleep. So Sleep actually, well, I should just say this game overall looking a lot like the last game we just saw.
Yeah, he's really favoring this more mineral-heavy style, and you know, the thing is, I've always kind of appreciated the mineral-heavy style. It's like, it's a cool style and whatnot, but if you're playing against one of the very best Zergs in the world and they're going to go gas type of style, like, do you think that they don't know how to tear you apart when you're going for this? Like, this type of style, like, it reached its
potential
peak. Yeah. It reached its real peak in use back when, like, Symbol was still killing it, right? Like, and I mean, overall, just like the custom Zergs that are used to playing ZvZ with Zergling speed and like just controlling areas and like tempo and whatnot, like kind of took over, and that was it. And like, I feel like this style is kind of petered off, and it has not impressed me as much since then, basically.
Already, ByuL's going to try to end this in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah.
20 lings are hatching. And he is so confident from that last game. I don't believe ByuL would be doing this if that last game didn't go so well. He is setting everything over right now. He's going to throw everything in the kitchen sink at his opponent in an attempt to overrun the Sleep here with lings. Now, Sleep's trying to wall up. This might buy some time, but I believe if they just go for, yep, that evo chamber right there. That's someone with the most surface area attackable.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and continue to try to wall in here a little bit. And I mean, that's going to open another one, but that one had a little bit more build time now. We are having some damage put on these lings.
Yeah, I got to say, actually, Sleep's doing a decent job. This evo chamber's just not dying as fast as I think most would have believed. But he does get in, and now he goes to the main. And ByuL, by the way, is not stopping with his lings, and he's pretty confident that that entrance is going to stay open. Now, so many drones dying off. Bad play there by Sleep. He should have actually ran with those drones immediately. I'm
shocked. He like just kind of sat there and watched stuff die. He really should have just kind of ran those away immediately there for sure, but Definitely lost a lot of drones here. We're going to have ByuL break in once again.
Whoa, what? What are those lings doing down there?
Looks like that was a straight rally instead of like those just tried to go directly in, but there was a wall, so they got stuck.
He needs to get those lings. This is stressing me out.
It's the sickest ambush for a third base I've ever seen, Tasteless. It's not even clear he'll take that as the third. It's a fourth base ambush.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, that's...
Going for late game.
ByuL has really hurt his opponent quite a bit here. Sleep is down to 20 drones, so ByuL has like twice as many drones now.
Literally.
Plus, like, more tech. So, it's a little bit unbelievable how far ahead he is. You could almost fall asleep and win this game.
Yeah. Oh, the look you gave me was golden. I wish people could have seen that on stream.
Yeah.
Now ByuL's saying, oh, that's where those lings were.
See? Meant to do that. Oh, man, the spine is down. He's like, well, I guess I'll just put a bunch of damage on this queen.
All right, we got the transfuses coming down here, and he'll have to pull back his lings. Now, there's actually the option for Sleep to do his own counter here, and I think that's exactly what he's going to do.
He's all inning for sure. Like, he has a Baneling Nest and everything. He's going to go when these lings pop out because he is going to have speed, and that's a lot of lings. And looking at what ByuL has, he doesn't have enough lings to hold this off, and he doesn't even have a Baneling Nest. He does have a Roach Warren, but that's about it.
Well, looks like it's going to be ByuL's turn to try to hold off this massive attack.
Yeah, he's not going to hold this, I don't think. Like, well, he has 10 roaches on the way, so we'll see. But
yeah, I think it'll depend on where the Banelings actually connect.
It's got to punch through the wall.
I guess going for the Roach Warren isn't a terrible choice here, since roaches are what make holding this attack a doable thing. But I think he could actually get a wall up here with the Queen and the roaches, too.
Well, it looks like he's going to have these Banes go ahead and finish that off for the time being, and does get in on top of everything, but more roaches are popping out. That's not nearly as many drones as he lost. And
that's it, GG. He taps out. ByuL wins.
Yeah, breaks through, but
ByuL going on to the winner's match.
That was
Sleep having the StarCraft II day from hell match. I mean, this is brutal.
Yeah. Well, what can I say? ByuL is the defending runner-up of the Code S. So, obviously a stronger player than Sleep overall. Sleep definitely very lowly estimated as far as this Code S goes. This is a super stacked one. He's one of the kind of scragglers in the end. You're like, this guy's probably 31st, 32nd best player in this.
Yeah, man, the struggle is real, my friend.
Yeah. He's a struggle nerd.
He's a struggle nerd. He's a struggle hard.
Yeah.
He's try hard and he's struggle hard.
Well, I don't know if he's going to beat anyone in this group, but good luck to him. That was a tough matchup. He's got to look at it and be like, damn, I'm better than that. And he is, for sure. To get into the Code S, like, ByuL made him look much worse than he actually is. Because he's actually very good.
No shame in losing to ByuL. There's really not much else to say about that series, so we're going to go ahead and throw it to a commercial break. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Stay tuned here at the GSL Code S.